Vu Cao Dam, painting Serenity. Produced by the LeFaux Art Gallery. The 1971 oil painting Idyll portrays a young Vietnamese man and woman who rest at the edge of a tree-lined meadow. The couple, wearing complementary hues of blue and yellow silk, are set off by a forest of exquisite hues: amber, peach, yellow, magenta, and pale green. To their right, white and gold leaves frame a distant blue mountain beneath a lavender sky. Idyll depicts a world of color and serenity where love and passion can bloom. It is the work of Vu Cao Dam, a Vietnamese-born sculptor and painter whose works emanate a sense of peace and poetry. Vu Cao Dam was born in Hanoi in 1908, one of 9 children of a Vietnamese Catholic family. His father, Vu Dinh Thi, who his son later sculpted in bronze, was an expert calligrapher who taught French to Vietnamese mandarins. In 1926, Vu Cao Dam joined the 2nd class of the Hanoi School of Fine Arts, whose director was the French painter Victor Tardieu. The young artist quickly learned Western art methods and excelled in modeling and sculpture. Vu Cao Dam's bronzes, featured at the Angkor Wat Pavilion of the 1931 Colonial Exposition in Paris, established his international reputation. Since his parents had passed away, at the close of the exhibition, Vu Cao Dam decided to stay in Paris. He soon married Renée Apriou, a young pianist, and continued his studies in the school of the Louvre Museum. Vu Cao Dam's exposure to European art, including post-impressionist paintings and the sculptures of Auguste Rodin and Alberto Giacometti, broadened his artistic imagination. When World War II brought shortages of bronze, he switched to terracotta, a new medium that engaged the artist's sense of touch and encouraged a variety of hybrid forms. The unique terracotta works he made during this period, which retained traces of the artist's touch as he modeled them, blend the dual influences of ancient Indo-Chinese art and European Old Masters. By 1946, when the war had ended, Vu Cao Dam had become the most prominent Vietnamese artist working in Paris. His fame brought him an audience with visiting Vietnamese President Ho Chi Minh, whose portrait he modeled for a medallion and a bust. During his school years in Hanoi, Vu Cao Dam had practiced painting on silk, creating numerous elegant portraits of Vietnamese subjects. In Paris, he continued to paint on silk, creating images of bathers and couples. The influence of French modern art can be sensed in his increasingly bold colors and flowing lines. By the mid-1950s, he had adopted oil paint, which he used to depict a lively series of heavily textured roosters. In 1959, the artist and his family moved to St. Paul de Vence on the Mediterranean coast, where he lived and worked until his death in 2000. Being close to many other artists, including Marc Chagall, made Vu Cao Dam feel part of a vibrant community. He felt connected to other artists through his tailor, Marco Sapone, who collected and proudly displayed Vu Cao Dam's works in his Paris store. Beginning in 1960, Vu Cao Dam began to exhibit more widely in cities that included London, Brussels, and Los Angeles. He developed a colorful lyric style inspired by French Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art, which delighted a growing group of collectors. Vu Cao Dam's subjects were often inspired by the Kim Van Q, a poetic saga that illuminates the longings of the Vietnamese spirit. It is an epic love story that Vu Cao Dam used to illustrate moments of happiness, love, and serenity. When the art historian Jean-François Hubert asked the painter LeFaux who was the greatest Vietnamese artist of the 20th century, he answered without hesitation, Vu Cao Dam. It is a judgment that will very likely stand the test of time.